Hello, welcome back to the channel, and we are doing Arena Powered Cube. And let's see, in this first opening pack, I've already highlighted Deep Cavern Bat here. This pack is pretty unexciting. I don't see anything that really draws me into a particular color, so you could maybe be safe and take a Lorien Revealed or a Stomping Ground or a Temple Garden, but I like the Deep Cavern Bat as a nice, cheap, disruptive creature. So again, not much in that pack. I'm not gonna put too much weight on it. Okay, next pack, we immediately get a huge upgrade in power level. Path to Exile, Fury, the One Ring, and Misty Rainforest, because there wasn't a fetch land on the last pack. And also Nadu, shoutouts. I'm just going to take the One Ring. It's colorless, goes in any deck, completely broken. Card draw, insane stuff, ridiculous. Can't believe they printed it. Like, we've got two cards that were banned in Modern, Fury and One Ring, so take that what you will. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna solidify up a One Ring, and I'm still not committed to anything in the slightest. All right, so yeah, not really any black cards here, but I do like me a Teferi Time Raveler. I think that card is very strong. Other than that, you could be Jund and take Azayatora's Proving Ground. You could try to do some Time Warp shenanigans, but I think I like taking a Teferi Time Raveler here. I think it's a very strong Planeswalker. Dak and Renin 6 are also not bad. If I could take maybe two cards, I would just take like Renin 6 Zayatora's Proving Ground, for example. And plus there's also Ice-Steel Explorer, which may wheel, but I think it's early enough in the draft, and that opening pack was so weak that I'm still pretty open to whatever colors. So I'm just going to keep myself that way. All right, now there is the choice between a Jace, Prismatic Vista, Inquisition of Kozilek, and an Arid Mesa. I think I'm just going to lean a little bit more towards a multicolor pile and take an Arid Mesa. It does keep me a little bit more open. I like the Deep Cavern Bat into Inquisition kind of strategy, but I would rather try to play all my cards, at least at this point. So Arid Mesa helps with that the most. I think Jace is pretty good too, and also Currency Converter is not bad as well. I'm going to take the Arid Mesa. Again, keep myself a little bit more open. Okay, now I could just take... Oh, I could take a Rafine's Tower. This is a way for me to play all of my cards. And that's maybe not necessarily what I want to do, though. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Another fetch would be the other consideration. But at this point, I think, given that we saw the Inquisition in the last pack, we see a Fallen Shinobi here, we see a Night's Whisper, I think Esper may be where we want to go. Windswept Heath wouldn't be bad either, but given our first three picks, really, I'll take the Rafine's Tower, and we'll try to lean into this Esper space. Okay, now we get great lands, actually. Godless Shrine, Scrubland, and Underground Sea. I do think these are all pretty good. The Arid Mesa notably cannot grab the Underground Sea, so I think I'm going to just snap up a Scrubland instead. So perhaps blue is going to be our splash. Normally I kind of like the Underground Sea a little bit more, but again, because the Arid Mesa cannot fetch it up, I'm a little bit more inclined to take a Scrubland. And of course, we're going to take Scrubland over Godless Shrine because it's just a strict upgrade. All right, now for our next pack, there's a Kefka, an Esper Sentinel, and a Multiversal Passage, and a Darkslick Shores. I'm going to take the Esper Sentinel. I like taking cheap plays, and Esper Sentinel is pretty good. Disrupts the opponent and allows us to get some card draw action. So all on turn one, which is pretty nice, and our mana is pretty good for it. So I'm going to snap that up. All right, now there's a Sunfall, a Maze Scornful Striker versus a Meticulous Archive. I think it's between, for me, the Sunfall and the Meticulous Archive. I do like to have some amount of, good blue fixing for our Teferi. This is tough because Sunfall can be pretty nice, but if we're going to be in black-white, we might have a lot of creatures. But then again, it is nice. This is a really nice sweeper in the fact that it gives you a body left over. I think that's going to lean it more on that towards me. Plus, the Meticulous Archive's tapped. So, all right, here's our opening pack. I guess I could just take Wrath of God and try to be more controlling with, now I have 2 sweepers, the One Ring Teferi. And yeah, I have these cheap creatures, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm aggressive, right? These things don't hit super hard. They're just pretty disruptive and help progress my game plan. We'll see. I'm going to take the Wrath here. All right, I will take, there's Oculus, March, Malcolm, and Sheldock. I'll probably just take a Malcolm. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, wow, I can just have all the board wipes. Is this a good strategy? I don't know, but I'm going to try it. We're going to have Sunfall, Ultima, and Wrath of God. So I need to probably take some counter magic, and we're going to build something controlling and reactive. Not necessarily what I agree with, but the fact that we're getting all of these sweepers on the wheel is probably a good sign. I could take a Knight's Whisper here, actually, for some card advantage, too, versus Saheeli. Yeah, I like that. Okay, Phoenix Fleet Airship. I don't think we're doing that necessarily. And Hushwood Verge, last pick. Okay, this is a very interesting start. All right, next pack. I take Balance. We just take all the board wipes. And then what? What does the opponent even do? I don't know. Balance is a lot better with, if you're playing, well, obviously if you're playing less creatures, which we are, but we can maybe try to find some artifact ramp. Other than that, we've got Stern Scolding as a cheap counterspell for small creatures, Astrologian's Planisphere, Staff of the Storyteller. These are all not bad. I think I like taking Balance. It seems, this deck goes hard. We got a lot of stuff. Okay, now we see best card, I think, is Pyrogoyf. This one's pretty strong. But for our deck, I might just want a Retrofitter Foundry as a way to play something on turn 1 that gives me a lot of advantage. Or I could take a Ponder. Ponder's not bad either. We could be blue-white control base, I think. It's either Ponder, Retrofitter Foundry, maybe Dion. Intrepid Adversary is okay too as a cheap lifelinker. Helps stave off aggression. I'll just take the Ponder. Find my way towards my board wipes. Okay. Now we see a Displacer Kitten, a Mox Diamond, Steam Vents, and Volcanic Island. We don't currently have any red, but that doesn't mean we can't get that. There's also Remand. Remand could be a good way to buy time before I, Wrath. Trinket Mage doesn't currently grab anything. Thieving Skydiver can be okay as well. I think it's between Mox Diamond and Remand. I could see this deck wanting a lot of lands, so Mox Diamond could be a nice way to accelerate. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. Hollowed Fountain seems pretty nice right here. There is also a miscalculation, which I would like, but our blue-white fixing is currently not great. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the untapped blue-white duel while I have the chance. Maybe I can wheel Miscalc or Adeline, but as it stands, I like taking the duel. Okay. Enduring Curiosity is kind of interesting as a flash threat that also can draw us cards. Lion Sash is a good way to hate on the graveyard and also provide a cheap body to help protect our life total. I think those are really the only two considerations. I could also take a Coalition Relic, which does go pretty nicely with our triple Wrath package, or it's more like a quadruple Wrath package. Maybe that is the pick. We're going in some uncharted territory. I usually like drafting a little bit more proactive decks, but I think we're just going to like counter all the things, draw all the cards, remove all the things, and go from there. So now I could take either a Celestial Colonnade as more fixing, or I could take a Chrome Host Seed Shark. I do have quite a lot of non-creature spells, so this could be a good way to actually provide a win condition. It's tough. I do like the Celestial Colonnade here. Maybe we just go with that. It would be kind of nice with the Chrome Host Seed Shark. The problem is, I guess, with Ultima specifically, it does destroy the artifacts. I think it's still good. I'll take the Chrome Host Seed Shark. Okay, there's a Monastery Mentor, which kind of does the same thing as Chrome Host Seed Shark to an extent. I don't really like anything else in the pack necessarily. I could take a Rogren Triome, and this could open me up to being perhaps like Jeskai or like Dark Jeskai. Maybe we go with that. And then if we see any good red cards, I could just take them. Okay. Now there's a Bleachbone Verge, a Legend of Yang Chen. I want to try this card out. So basically it comes in and it does the, what's it called? Council's Judgment thing, where it just exiles a thing, mana value 3 or greater. And it gets around hexproof and whatnot. And then you can have the opponent draw 3 cards, and if so, you draw 3 cards. And then it turns into this big threat. And then as long as I can double spell, I can start airbending things. So yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good. Now I can take either the Planisphere or the Stern Scolding, since those both wield. I think I like taking, it's close. Stern Scolding and a lot of stuff. I'm going to take the Planisphere, just to have another threat. Okay, I'll take Adversary, Lifelinking Body. Not much here for us. I guess Trinket Mage can technically grab Mox Diamond, but that doesn't seem great. Okay, Endstone seems poor, but it can hang out. All right, not much else the rest of the pack. Oh, wow, Greed's pretty open. All right, last pack. Mox Pearl seems pretty good here. There's also Tamiyo, which is a really, really strong 1-drop. Mother of Runes is also a really strong 1-drop. Thraben Inspector, another pretty good 1-drop. And I also like, I guess Murderous Cut could be a good thing to splash for, a little bit of targeted removal. But I like Mox Pearl in the sense that it's going to help accelerate my plays. And if I can get an early Coalition Relic, for example, that's going to make my balance a lot better. So yeah, it's going to take the Mox here. And I'm still looking for maybe a win condition or two. I do have a Chrome Host Seed Shark as well as a Planisphere. Those can technically do the job. Chrome Host Seed Shark especially can get around my Wraths. Like I can play the Wrath, use Chrome Host Seed Shark to get the Incubator, and then proceed from there. With the only exception being Ultima. But I don't know. Overall, I think I'm in a okay spot. All right, now there's the choice between a Subtlety and a Mystic Confluence. Or they're VV2, I suppose. I guess I'll take a Subtlety. We have a decent amount of blue cards, sort of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we don't, huh? Maybe I take a Mystic Confluence first, try to wheel a Subtlety. Because this can be a good way to get back into a game that we're otherwise pretty behind in. Sure. Take the Mystic Confluence. We have a lot of 5-drops. Okay. So there's an Ocelot Pride versus a Treasure Cruise. It seems more like a Treasure Cruise deck, but man, Ocelot Pride is just extremely strong. You start with this on turn 1, and we have ways to gain life. So I think this theoretically could take over a game all by itself. Just seems a little weird in our triple Wrath deck. But I'm going to go and snap that up. Okay, now we're talking. We got Beza and Wandering Emperor. I'm going to take the Wandering Emperor just to be a little bit more flash focused. But this is going to be a good way to control the board state. Maybe Beza can wheel. I think it would also be pretty strong. But yeah, get in there, Wandering Emperor. Solitude, perfect. So this is going to be a nice free way to answer opposing threats while also developing my own board presence. So yeah, go and take that. Let's see. The Thalia is kind of awkward here. Probably just want to take a consult the star charts in order to dig further into the deck. Again, maybe you really need to find a Wrath to survive. And I like taking that. Okay, wow, this pack kind of stinks. There's really not much at all. I guess I take Elegy Acolyte or a Fire Nation Occupation. This could be an interesting thing to splash for. We're playing a lot of things at instant speed, right? Consult, Malcolm. I could hang out. It's not the best, but it probably gets cut. We'll see. Okay, Wings of Abandon can be another board wipe, but that might be a little too much. Probably just want to take Thundertrap Trainer, 2 mana, 1/2 that can draw me a card basically. And in the late game, you could pay 6 mana, get 2 of them, which is pretty good. And there's also Dark Confidant, but I think Thundertrap Trainer is going to be better in our main color. Okay, Mother of Runes and Thraben Inspector wheeled. I think I'd rather take a Mother of Runes. It's just inherently stronger. Okay, not much here. Golos, probably. I have access to 5 colors. Or only 3 colors. 4 colors? I'll take a Descendant. I don't know. I'm not really interested in playing any of those. Okay, Bone Shards could be nice as a way to blow up anything, perhaps. It can go in the sideboard, though. Okay, Nissa. Anointed Peacekeeper, that's a pretty good threat. I think I just cut the Fire Nation Occupation. Can cut the Rogren Triumph as well. All right, we really ended up with the deck of all time here. We'll see. What am I cutting? I can probably cut one of these board wipes. Might be a little too much. I'll cut the Ultima just because it has the lack of synergies with Chrome Host Seachark specifically. But then other than that, I can probably cut a land. If I cut Mox Diamond and a land, now all of a sudden we're looking pretty not bad. And then I cut this, I add like a Plains. And this is, I'm not sure exactly how well this is going to do, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'll see you guys for the games. Okay, actually, I changed my mind. I think I'm going to cut Deep Cavern Bat and then add in the Mox Diamond just as a way to try to accelerate our mana. We still have 16 lands, and now we're only splashing for this Night's Whisper as some card advantage. Alternatively, we could just cut black entirely, be like straight up blue-eye control, and simply play the Ultima. Yeah, you know what? Why not? We're going to do that. We're going to add some more lands. Now the deck's a little bit more consistent. I don't know how this is going to do. Just straight up blue-eye control. I'll see you for the games. All right, opening hand looks pretty good. I will keep. Especially because I'm going first, right? I'm pretty sure. Starting off with a turn 1 Ocelot Pride, if the opponent can't answer this or they don't have a 1-drop of their own, that's going to look pretty nice for me. This Planisphere is looking pretty awkward, but I do have mostly, non-creature spells in the deck. So it can be good later. Okay, there's a Consult. All right, let's get in first, see if this hits. Okay, nice. I think I will just go ahead and slam a Planisphere here. And then with the intent next turn, we can either play the Chrome Host Sea Shark to continue to develop, or we play out the Esper Sentinel and then hold up a Consult the Star Charts. And then that way we can trigger our Planisphere. But right now we're building a nice solid wide board, just all because of the Ocelot Pride. Super strong card. We already have 6 permanents too. Okay, opponent's doing stupid stuff. All right, that is stupid stuff. I can pressure this Oko at least. Okay, they're upgrading, quote unquote, upgrading the Ocelot Pride into a 3/3, which I like. All right, let's go for land and then swing everything at the Oko. And then just play a Chrome Host Sea Shark. And now our main game plan is we're just trying to pressure the opponent's life total. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of power. All my opponent has is a Tireless Tracker. That's not even that bad. Okay, and there's a balance. Very, very awkward balance, but anyway. All right, we're going to go to combat. We're going to attack with these. Yeah, I'm just going to kick a Consult here. All right, we're going to get probably, we can just get Ponder Island. I think I get Ponder for sure. Maybe just Ponder Mother of Runes. Yeah, that seems good. I don't think I need the 5th land necessarily. It's looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good right now. Okay, Nissa, that's acceptable. Wasteland doesn't actually hurt me at the moment. Kind of nice that I really only have 1 target for that. Exploration, they're going to crack a clue. I mean, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, this is all fine. Do they have nothing? Wow, they have no hits in their deck. So I basically get to see their whole deck. Looks like they are Nadu. Like Teamer Nadu. All right. Now what? So I can Anointed Peacekeeper them. That seems pretty good. I could Ponder to try to find a land. But if I Ponder to try to find a land, I might want to equip the Planisphere. Nah, I think we're just going to ignore the Ponder plan. I'm just going to look at the opponent's hand. All right, we're definitely going to name Titania here. Titania, Protector of Argoth. Okay. And then we're going to go to combat. We're going to swing with these. I imagine the opponent blocks? Question mark? Yep. I'm okay with this. And then I'll just go ahead and play a Mother of Runes. Looks like the Esper Sentinel is not going to do too much here. Does my opponent have a fetch? They do have a fetch in graveyard. So next turn I can do quite a lot. Because right now they can't really cast anything. I saw that they have a sneak attack in the deck, but it looks like they didn't draw it. And even if they do, it's not actually that bad. Questing Beast. Sure. I'm fine with that. I will take this damage. Okay. All right. How to do this? So I could smack for... I can equip this here. Hit for 6. They go to 5. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So let's do this. Equip. I can also just equip here. Yeah, they can't really block this. Sure. Put that there. Go Ponder. Make another thing. I don't... Legend of Yang Chen actually seems pretty good. So, yeah, we'll do that. We'll decline the shuffle. And then play this. Play a land. We're going to give this pro green. Smack for 6. Now they go to 5. And then next turn, I'm pretty sure they just die. Like, yeah, okay. looks like they can't really get out of this one. Because all I have to do is same thing. I give this this already, flies, and I just give this pro green. I think that's pretty much it. But obviously I need to have a little fun with it. Oh, opponent's not going to let me. Well, all right. Interesting first game. On to the next. All right. We're on the play against CW Dan. Our hand looks pretty good. I will keep. I can just go turn 1, land, Mox, hold up Malcolm, pass the turn. Very nice. This deck needs some counter spells. All right. I will flash into Malcolm. Okay. Nice. Go to combat, swing for 2, get the trigger. I guess I could just get rid of the extra land here. Okay, play land, Coalition Relic, and pass. We're just getting lots of mana to do things and stuff. Generous Plunderer. It's going to be kind of annoying with how many artifacts we have. So that's okay. All right, we're going to add blue here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's just play this. Kick a Thundertrap Trainer. So we get 2 looks at stuff. I like a Wandering Emperor, actually. That sounds really nice. Mystic Confluence 2, not bad. Both pretty good. I'll take a Wandering Emperor. Okay, and then the second one's going to come in. Our only choice is a Planisphere. All right, smack them for 2. And, ooh, Teferi. I think of these, the Planisphere is the worst, so I'll just get rid of that. I definitely need the planes, and I like having the Sunfall as an uh-oh button. Like, uh-oh, I need some help. I'm gonna wipe the board. But as it stands, looking okay. Oh, okay. I may need to implement the plan here. I will get my opponent to use the Broadside Bombardiers, though. Like, to use that treasure. Because I think now I may be priced into, doing this. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I've got some options, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I could just go like Wandering Emperor. Let's attack first. So attack first. Get the trigger. Okay, that's not bad either. Maybe I can get away with not having the Sunfall. So we'll get rid of Sunfall. Then let's do this properly. Teferi. We'll bounce the Generous Plunderer to hand. Okay, Yang Chen's not bad either. And I'm just going to do this now, even though I don't get the value for playing it at flash speed, just because I would like to exile this immediately before they get a chance to untap. Okay, cool. Now, currently my opponent does not have any flash threats, but even if they do, I can protect my Planeswalkers with a Solitude. Elite Spellbinder is fine currently. Yeah, I don't really care. You can do what you want. So I can still evoke if they choose Solitude. All right, they're choosing Legend of Yang Chen. Understandable. That's fine. Okay, and go to my turn. All right. Oh, nice One Ring. Excellent. Okay, so we'll uptick, and then I'm going to give this First Strike. This casts, right? Yeah, nice. So go to combat, attack, and like they're probably going to block. Oh my god, they're not blocking. Even better. Okay, so I can just cast one of these without paying their mana costs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, like, yeah, I might as well just, I guess I could play One Ring and then draw a card and see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of that. Let's just have the most mana. So cast Solitude, exile Elite Spellbinder, and then cast the One Ring. get protection from everything, draw a card. Ooh, yes, I will cast a Mother of Runes, and that will be all. Next turn we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana at least. Plus we're going to draw 2 cards with the One Ring. Hellrider's annoying for sure, because this is a way for my opponent to pressure my Planeswalkers. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. Okay, so resolve all of these triggers. Now the question is, do I want to block Solitude on Hellrider? They're currently taking 6. Let's put a charge counter on this. Question. They're just going to concede. I mean, I thought it was an interesting decision, but yeah, I'm pretty far ahead in that spot. All right, on to the next game. All right, we're playing against MBK Cole, and we're on the draw, but I think this is a pretty good on the draw hand with this deck. We get to start with a tap land, and then we get to go Thundertrap Trainer, try to draw a card, and then Wrath the board, Legend of Yang-Chen, get the thing going, and then when they think they've rebuilt, bam, you frickin' Sunfall them. Anyway, now we can shock, because I'm just going to ponder. I'm just looking for lands, essentially. I'm really not looking for much else. I'm just a simple man, you know? I just want lands. Ooh, it's got lands and spells. I like this. This is great. So, yeah, I want to keep... They're a black deck. I think I want to protect the... Wait, I can't play the One Ring next turn. I may want to balance next turn. Wait, actually, hold on. Because I'm going to draw a card, then I'm going to draw another card. So I think I want to make sure I have the One Ring and Mox Pearl. Maybe like this. And then the Thundertrap Trainer can find me balance. Like, what are the chances I'm going to want to balance next turn? Maybe I can use it as like a pseudo removal spell. Plus I can use it with the Mox Pearl. Yeah. Man, that's a very interesting decision. Just because I know what my next play is with the Thundertrap Trainer. Yeah, I think I'm going to give myself the opportunity to balance in case they play a really dumb 2-drop. Plus, I can use it to strip mine them with the Mox Pearl. So, yeah. All right, let's do this. I will decline. Okay, and that's going to be my turn. This is protecting the Mox Pearl from a discard effect specifically, because I think I want that ramp. Okay, so ideally now my opponent just land 2-drop. Oh, 3-drop? Oh, okay. Well, that didn't really work the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. But, I mean, they're basically just going to cast a pseudo Demonic Tutor, which is totally fine. They're also emptying their hand, which is going to make the balance a little bit worse. That's okay. We're just going to go Mox Pearl, land into a Thundertrap Trainer, and I almost certainly grab this One Ring. Yeah, I'm going to grab the One Ring. Okay. So that's all fine and good. Next turn I can just play the One Ring, start to get card advantage. Or we'll see what my opponent does here. I could just Wrath. A lot of options. I need lands, though. The One Ring is going to help me find lands. Because I need to progress my board state. Because I have all these, board wipes. But if I can't, actually pressure the opponent, eventually the One Ring will kill me. So, we'll see. Mind Twist. Oh, they took balance. That would have been really good. Thankfully, I drew the land, so now I can undo that Mind Twist. All right, I will draw. Nice, another land is pretty good. And now I can just go Legend of Yang-Chen. I really need my opponent to play a big dummy now. Big dummy. Play like an Elder Gargaroth. I will take that. Perfect. Okay, that does not affect me. How am I at 14 already? Okay, anyway. Let's draw 2 cards. Okay. We'll go Legend of Yang Chen on the Questing Beast. It gets exiled. I will smack for 2. I think I actually don't need to make my opponent draw 3 cards. I'm already drawing quite a lot of cards. If anything, I can go to Fairy. Oh god. Okay. Well, don't like that. I'm gonna decline this. Okay, because I'm already like drawing so much. I could go Sunfall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could also go to Fairy on one of these guys. I can't do the One Ring and then to Fairy recast One Ring because I don't quite have enough mana for that. Let's draw 3 cards. That seems like a good place to start. Intrepid Adversary. That's not bad. That is not bad. Okay. What do we want to do? What do we want to do here? Go land draw. I could go to Fairy uptick on a cat, for example, and then play an Intrepid Adversary. Play land. 6. The Ezeka's Chariot's pretty annoying. The amount of lands I have is a little awkward too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So I go Intrepid Adversary to Fairy. I can't hold up Consult. I also really want to make sure I can Teferi my One Ring because that is a way I'm going to lose. Maybe it is just Sunfall here. Yeah, let's just Sunfall. Because now they need to play something big in order to crew the Ezeka's Chariot, because now these cats are not going to be like that. This also gives me a potential 3/3 body. Because, again, I do need to start pressuring the opponent. Boseiju, that's okay. Take action. Now I can cast a Consult. I like that. I will get a Plains. Or I can just activate the Incubator token, right? That's pretty good as well. I have to worry about my deck size. Crucible of Worlds. Nothing crazy in there, so you can absolutely have that. Not a problem. There's no, like, strip mine or whatever. Not that I'm worried about that. It's not a big deal. Next turn seems like a good time to Teferi my One Ring. Springheart Nantuko. Ugh. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. That is going to be a lot of 1/1s my opponent makes. Okay. All right, let's just make this a guy. Okay, I will take some damage. There's a Mox Diamond, which is good. So I still have 18 cards left in deck. Let's start by drawing 4 cards. Just ridiculous. Okay. We're doing pretty well here, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's play Mox Diamond, pitch a island. We're just going to do all the things. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to Teferi my One Ring now. Return up to 1 target. Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. 1 ring back to hand, just so it doesn't hurt me anymore. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have a land drop, so I will go ahead and do that. I will play out a Mother of Runes, I suppose. And then I will go to combat, attack them for 3. Okay, back to damage. I'm going to go ahead and Solitude now before they get more value off of the Verdant. Okay, yes, they are going to go ahead and use the fetch land. That's totally fine, but I mean, I just have so many cards, so many things that I can do. I feel really in control right now. Like, even if my stuff dies, it's not that big of a deal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have access to 7 mana? Holy crap, that's an Archon of Cruelty? Ugh, what the heck? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Shoot. What? Oh my god. All right, I think I get rid of the Phyrexia. Oh my god, and the Escus Chariots comes down. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'll discard a card. Yikes. Yeah, they get to do that. Everything at the Teferi. All right, I will block here. I want to keep my Solitude around. Teferi's going to die. That's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. At least I gain some life. Okay, thankfully, they, ooh, Ultima. Ultima's not bad. I can blow up all the artifacts. Okay, so I can set myself up, right? Let's see. How do I want to do this? I can just play Wandering Emperor, blow up everything, and then proceed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5, 9. It's going to blow up all my stuff. So let's give this pro green smack. And then play out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 plus 4 is 9. Cast Wandering Emperor. I guess exile this just in case. And then cast Ultima to blow up all their things. It's like they're recursive pieces too. So now they're just playing off the top. Okay, Badgermole Cub is a little annoying because now my Wandering Emperor dies. But now I can just play a giant Intrepid Adversary, which is pretty good. And they have nothing. So I have 11 cards. All right, let's go with the One Ring first. Pretty soon this is just going to straight up be double Demonic Tutor 2. All right, land. Do that. I'm just going to consult. I'm going to do a double consult here. Look at what? 9 cards. Like my whole deck, literally. All right. Need to actually win the game now. Okay, what wins the game? Anointed Peacekeeper wins. Mystic Confluence, maybe. Or not Malcolm. Could be Ocelot Pride. I like Ocelot Pride, actually. Ocelot Pride and Anointed Peacekeeper. Those seem pretty good. Okay, so take some damage. That's fine. Chrome Sea Shark, not bad. All right, let's start with a Peacekeeper. Look at the opponent's hand. I will name Craterhoof Behemoth. Yikes. So that's scary. That's terrifying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're like a land away from playing this. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can go Ocelot Pride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I can do this. I can pay it twice. All right. Now we're looking pretty good, I think. Craterhoof could come down and deal quite a lot of damage, but I can gain a lot of life. Okay, it's just a Lotus Cobra. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to gain a lot of life here, make a lot of bodies. I'll go ahead and draw 2 cards. Okay. Coalition Relic, not bad. All right, so yeah, they have no good blocks here. I guess theoretically they could block the Intrepid Adversary, which would be a little annoying. But if they do that, I mean, they're still taking quite a lot of damage. I could also draw 3 cards. I don't need to draw 3 cards. Yeah, let's go to combat. We'll just attack with everything. Yeah. Go to combat, swing. I imagine they're going to double block the adversary and then shove something in front of the Peacekeeper. Do I have removal? I don't. Yeah, I've already used Solitude. So I think I'm okay. All right, I don't think I have anything. Yeah, this makes sense. They're taking 8. Yeah, that's fine. So they could do that. And then go to damage. So all this is going to die. I'm going to gain a lot of life, which is helpful. Makes the One Ring a little less painful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now they can't cast this next turn. We're going to go Chrome Host Seed Shark into Sentinel into a Coalition Relic. And then I just chill. And I make tons of things and pass. Now they're super dead. Yep, they are dead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technically, they could play it, but I'm not dead, and they're dead in the air. This is only 11 damage. Yep. Wow. What a game. That was an interesting one. All right, on to the next. All right, we're playing against Pollo Loco, and our hand looks pretty good. I mean, it's got turn 1 Ocelot Pride. No turn 2 play, but hopefully opponent has to waste some resources dealing with this, and then I just slam Anointed Peacekeeper into Wandering Emperor, into Sunfall. Okay, opponent's going to take a peek with a Gitaxian Probe. Doesn't tell me too much about their deck yet. Okay, Island checks out. Ooh, One Ring. All right, Ocelot Pride. Get in there. Does my opponent have a Daze? Nope, no Daze. No Stern Scolding. Just a Bristly Bill. There's a balance. Not a fan of that. I can't really do anything. I will pass the turn. I could have attacked and tried to like bait a block and then I just balance, but that seems kind of lame. Okay, Sentinel. Jeez. Okay, not attacking is wild to me, but I guess I can see it. All right, we'll go for land into a Peacekeeper. Let's take a look at what the opponent's got going on. Is this a Daze? I can see Daze here. Okay. Oh, they have Force of Will. Not a fan of Force of Will, that's for sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. They only have like 3 lands. Grim Monolith. I guess I don't really care if they cast that right now. Force of Will they can always do, so I guess I just make it so Cryptic Command cannot be cast. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Because Cryptic Command would be kind of annoying. But now things are not going super well. I will take... Oh my god, that's Vigilance, so it gets around Wandering Emperor. Gross. They're gonna Force of Will. I'll just take this. Yep, Grim Monolith. Lotus Petal. I know exactly what you've got going on. I could make them waste their thing. I think I'm okay with that. Could also wait as well. I could just do like Wandering Emperor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they could just cast the Cryptic Command. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna flash in Wandering Emperor. Force them to do things. Urza Saga. Okay. Not super fan of that. Okay, I think I'm going to soak up a little bit of damage here. I'm just going to throw Ocelot Pride in front of this thing. Okay, let's flash in Wandering Emperor. I feel like they don't have to counter this, but they may want to. Force of Will, sure. Okay. There's land. Land is nice. Could go one ring. Cryptic Command, they can return target permanent to owner's hand. The problem is this Urza Saga is like insane. So I kind of need to wait on that. I think I just go one ring. They can't Cryptic Command me at the moment. And draw a card. Okay, Mystic Confluence, not bad. So at least with the Mystic Confluence, I can use that to deal with my opponent's constructs. And now they're like kind of forced to hold up the Cryptic Command, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't actually cast right now, which is relevant for sure. Interesting. They didn't want to crack maps. That's kind of weird. All right, let's draw 2 cards. Okay, another land is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to make some Saga tokens. I'm probably just going to Mystic Confluence. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never mind. They can't cast the Cryptic Command. What am I saying? I'm just going to pass. No attacks. Just going to wait. Okay, they're going to make a guy. That's acceptable. We knew this was coming. Okay, are they going to make another guy? I think the answer is yes. Okay, this is fine. I will let them do this. Oh my god. Lava Spur Boots. 1, 2, 3, 4. They still can't cast the Cryptic Command, which is nice. The thing gets Ward 1, right? Yeah. So we're going to go Mystic Confluence. I think I'm just going to return 3 creatures to hand. Return, and return, question mark? Yeah, let's return Sentinel. And then I think I just block. Okay, they're just going to recast a Sentinel. That's fine. I will prevent this damage here. Okay. Solitude. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's draw. This balance is awkward because I have so many cards in hand. Okay, land is good. Mox is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could go like Sunfall and then cast a Chromehose Sea Shark. I like that. I think I'm going to do that. So yeah, start with Sunfall, exile the stuff, and now I Chromehose, and I'm still holding up a Solitude in case of emergency. And then, like, I don't know, what's this last card? They just concede? What? You don't have anything? In your whole deck. In your whole deck, you don't have anything to pressure me. Wild. All right, on to the next game. All right, we are playing against Elish. And unfortunately, our hand does not look super great. I think we got to mull this one. This one looks better. I will keep this. Probably just going to put back one of the 5s. So either Legend of Yang Chen or Ultima. Ultima is a nice reset. Legend of Yang Chen can deal with one particular thing, but then also give me some more advantage. It's close. It kind of depends on what kind of deck my opponent is. I also have multiple board wipes. I think I'm going to risk it and put back the Ultima, and then just try to go for a more value-based strategy. Okay, this is totally fine. Okay, Ponder to start. I like these cards. I think these cards are all pretty nice. So let's see. We're going to probably flash in a Malcolm. I just want these cards, so yeah. We're going to do this. Decline. Yeah, because I want lands. I want some nice cheap creatures. So that way I can hold up Malcolm plus Consult. All right, is this Oko? Badgermole Cub. That's pretty good. Kind of regretting not taking the... They didn't attack. Interesting. Maybe holding up a counterspell. That's kind of cool. Turn your Underground Sea into a thing and then hold up a 2-mana counterspell. I like that. I can get behind that. Starting to doubt the Ponder. Grist is a little annoying, but sure. It's a lot of value my opponent's going to have. Okay. All right, I'm just going to use Malcolm, hopefully as a removal spell. I mean, they held up this Underground Sea. It tells me they might have a counterspell here. What? Flash? Oh my god. Opponent flashed in a Woodfall Primus? Yikes. Okay. So, that's pretty bad. I mean, I don't think I come back from this. God. Sure. Just play this. I take 7. Eventually, I'm just gonna... Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. Balance would be hot if I can find that. Eventually. Let's go Thunder Trap. It just looks at more cards. I really need to find a balance here. Sunfall is a card. It's just not good enough, though. I'm taking way too much damage. Plus, how many creatures are in my opponent's graveyard? 2, 3. So this represents 3 damage, 3, 8, 10 on the board right now. And then I basically just have to find a... Yeah, that's all fine. You have a removal spell? Wow. Wow, Terra Sunder on my little otter friend. Come on. Teferi. Technically, no, I'm dead to the Grist. I guess I just have to go Consult. But, like, yeah. Unfortunately, not good enough. I mean, the Flash Woodfall Primus, we were never beating that. Unfortunate. All right, we're on the play against Razor Maul. I think this hand's fine. We will keep it. Probably just going to fetch to thin the deck a little bit. I also have balance in case of emergency. Opponent's also mulling. But it's funny that my opponent's mulligans make the balance worse, which is really funny. But we have a nice curve of Planisphere Chrome Host One Ring. So I do like that. All right. Land go. Scrub land. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and fetch up my duel. Ooh, Teferi. That's a nice one. All right. We're just going to go for the Planisphere. Okay, nice. It resolves. So now I have the choice of going Chrome Host versus Teferi. Opponent just goes ahead. When it goes ahead and Fatal Pushes, totally fine. Mox Pearl's real nice. Jeez. So I could just go One Ring now. That sounds kind of cool. I like that. Changes things, right? Could also go like Teferi, bounce Mox Pearl, play Mox Pearl, but that doesn't do anything. mean, like, I can't, how can I resist not playing a One Ring right now, you know? This could get reprieved. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we were going to get got anyway, no matter what, by the reprieve. So no harm, no foul. Now I have more choices on the following turn. For example, if I draw a land, I can go to Fairy, bounce Mox Pearl, play Chromehose Sea Shark. Like, I don't have to One Ring. Okay, Lingering Souls is a little annoying. Okay, there's a land. I still think I like going a land, right? What's better? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I probably should just go. I'll just go One Ring here to start. And then I'll draw a card in case I draw 1-drop. Okay, I do not. Ultima's pretty good, though, I think. If my opponent goes, like, super wide, I can just take advantage of that. Yeah, no need to attack here. All right, lose some life. Let's draw a couple cards. Okay, perfect. 2 lands is fine, because now I can go land and then Mox Diamond pitch this land. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to go Chromehose, Teferi, trigger, make a guy, and then I'm just going to uptick. What's also nice about Teferi is I could uptick and balance, or uptick Ultima. That's actually really cool. Oh, grief. Boo. I think in either case, I'm still just going to do what I said. I feel like my opponent should take balance, although it's close. Because the Ultima kind of hurts me too. It blows up all of my artifacts, which I don't like. So I think they're supposed to take balance here. I think balance is actually like really good, because I would be able to balance away most of their board. Yeah, that makes sense. Now what? Did they just go all in on Teferi? I think the answer may be yes. Like I said before, Ultima is certainly my most awkward of board wipes. Okay. I will attack or block one of these. And now Teferi can no longer down tick, which is a little annoying. Okay, Giver of Runes. Sure, that's fine. Ooh, Solitude. Okay. So how much mana do I actually have? I have, hold on. We're always upticking. So I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, that's pretty good. The Ultima loses its value. I could like upkeep stop Ultima. I guess I could start by drawing 3 cards. That seems like a good place to start. All right, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could do this. I could go Ponder, Thundertrap Trainer. Ah, man, this Ultima is really annoying, and I don't like it. I'll go Ponder. Ooh, Mystic Confluence. Sure. I like this. This is good. This is all good stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, actually, I'm going to draw the Malcolm. It doesn't, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to end the turn anyway on their upkeep. So decline. And then go to combat, attack. Okay, and now I'm going to go to their turn on their upkeep. I'm going to Ultima. Unfortunately, this means I'm gonna lose all the artifact. That's the really bad part about Ultima, unfortunately. But yeah, this will act like a pseudo time walk, which it's good. It's definitely good. You know, like my board state is very nice. Okay, uptick to fairy. Draw 4 cards. Okay, we're doing pretty well here. Land 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. I could just pass. Or yeah, I guess playing an Ocelot Pride doesn't hurt. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. Sure. Yeah, let's go Ocelot Pride. Just because now I can get that set up next turn. And I don't have to do anything else. Everything else I have instant speed. So I can counter stuff or flash in Wandering Emperor. I can go Wandering Emperor plus Malcolm. I could go Solitude. A lot of options. I could go Mystic Confluence and Malcolm and then evoke Solitude. Just seems like I'm in a pretty dominant position given that I got rid of all my opponent's stuff. Really awkward. The game would have been over if instead of Ultima, it was just straight up a like a Wrath of God. Okay, opponent's going Demonic Tutor. I'm totally fine with this. Do what you want. Do what you want. I'm going to counter what they tutor for, not the tutor itself. Cloud? Like, why do I care? Do I even care about this? I think the answer is just like no. I think it's just sure. Do what you want. Get your equipment. Skull Clamp. Okay. That is cool. That is a cool synergy because Skull Clamp plus Cloud equals 4 cards. Sure. You can get your Eagles value here. I mean, you spent your Demonic Tutor on this. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like worth. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna. I was gonna flash in Solitude and kill their thing and start killing them. I don't know. That was a pretty dominant game. On to the next. All right, I'm playing against Moonlight 404. Hand's a little land heavy, but it's pretty good. So turn 2 Thunder Trap, turn 3 either Coalition Relic or Anointed Peacekeeper, and then we just take it from there. All right, land Chrome Mox, sure. So opponent's got a little bit of acceleration, a little scary, but thankfully we're on the play, so they're not doing this on turn 1. Okay, Gobin, not bad. Okay, and a Bauble, sure. You can Bauble me. All right, Arid Mesa. Just gonna crack it for our Hollowed Fountain. And now play the Thunder Trap Trainer. Our deck is mostly non-creatures. Very likely we hit. Sure, Legend of Yang-Chen is totally fine here. All right, they see an island. That's fine. That's the land I was going to play next turn anyway. I kind of want to go Coalition Relic in order to play Legend of Yang-Chen, but the problem is they know about it, so it kind of loses its value. Ooh, Malcolm. That's not bad. I'm just gonna, let's attack first. And then I'm gonna attempt an Anointed Peacekeeper. Remand. Ugh. Nice. Pretty good from the opponent. Next turn, well, I can just go Coalition Relic into Malcolm. This Gobin is completely taking over the game, though. It's very unfortunate. Wrath of God. Okay. Well, let's go for Coalition Relic. See if this hits. It does. I will attack for 1. I don't really care if this thing dies or gets eaten by removal, so I might as well poke in the damage. Man, this Gobin is just giving them so much value. They're just coursing through their bad cards. That's a Sundering Titan, too. Yikes. Okay. I see 5 mana. Let's flash in a Malcolm. See if this works. It could have a Mystic Confluence, perhaps. Maybe a Cryptic Command to counter Bounce Coalition Relic. Snappy on Snap Remand. Man, good play. Good play for sure. Probably just want a Wrath here. Ooh, Sunfall. It's not bad. Okay, do this. Smack him for 1. Yeah, I think I Wrath now. Just because the Gobin is doing a lot of work for my opponent. And I have the Legend of Yang-Chan and Sunfall in order to come back. Okay, Tinker's annoying, but let's see what they can get. Also, they probably should have tapped the thing for mana. Portal for exit? Wait. What? I don't care. I just Legend of Yang-Chen, right? What the heck? Okay, Malcolm. I guess it gets bad if Legend of Yang-Chen gets countered. So we got this. They're going to get Sundering Titan back. I don't really have much of a choice. I guess I can attack first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I can get rid of Anointed Peacekeeper. And then I go Mox Pearl, Legend of Yang-Chen. I mean, if this resolves, we're in good shape. A straight up counterspell. Oh, God. That's really bad. Okay. Yeah, Portal. Portal me, I guess. So, I still think I'm okay. So they can make their choice. Yep. That happens. Not the end of the world, although it's pretty bad. All right, I will consult. Look at some cards. These are bad. I guess I'll take a Planisphere. Or do I want to land? I'll take a Planisphere. One Ring is nice. So what do I have in my graveyard? Anointed Peacekeeper, Thundertrap Trainer. They can get Snappy. They can snap Tinker if they want. Or something of that nature. I'm going to attack first. Okay, Intrepid Adversary. I'm just going to get rid of Planisphere. Seems like that's usually the answer. Let's go for One Ring. Okay, no counterspell there. That's nice. I will draw land drop. And I guess I could play an Intrepid Adversary. Doesn't hurt. Okay, next turn, we're drawing a bunch. I also have Sunfall as it's like an uh-oh button. This is actually not too bad. Unfortunately, I don't really have other great ways to deal with the Portal. Oh, wait, Ultima. Ultima is a good way to deal with Portal. Okay. It's not bad. So if they get Anointed Peacekeeper, oh, that gets around protection. That's kind of annoying. Thundertrap Trainer, whiff. Nice. Love that. Okay, I have protection. This is good. All right, One Ring. Ouch. Solitude. That's pretty good. I do like that. I can start by drawing 2 cards. Okay, nice. Pretty good. Let's. I can present a 2-turn clock if I go Mystic Confluence, bounce both things, and then it's not exactly like that. Nah, let's just Malcolm. Let's just Malcolm attack. Okay, pitch a land, play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Pass. Mystical Tutor, fine. Not great. Time Walk. All right, that's just going to get countered, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now they just get, yeah, Anointed Peacekeeper. I think I just let this happen. I can't really let them take another turn. Mystic Confluence, yep. All right, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and block like this just to soak up some damage. All right. Time Walk. All right, well, we're going to cast this. We're going to counter unless they pay 3, counter unless they pay 3, and bounce the Peacekeeper to my hand. So we're going to target the Peacekeeper. Hopefully this resolves. Nice. Okay, excellent. So no Time Walk for you, which is good. Pentad Prism, don't care in the slightest. All right. Take some damage. Draw 3 cards first. Oh my god, Ultima? That's insane. That's crazy good. I think that'll just seal the deal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I need to get rid of the portal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's go combat, attack, do this. Oh, balance too. What to do? What's in the graveyard that they can get? Intrepid Adversary would be annoying. I think it's probably just, yeah, oh, they can get Snap Time Walk. Yeah, I think I just have to do the Ultima thing right now. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. So, Ultima, I will cast it, blow up all the things, end the turn effectively, but now they can't get Snap Time Walk, and then I just flash in a Solitude, and then I like kill them in the course of 2 turns. So, that was a tricky game, but we got there. On to the next one. All right, we are playing against Money, and our hand looks pretty good, so we're going to keep. We can just start off with turn 1, land Mox, hold up Malcolm. Then on the following turn, I don't know. we have so many choices. We have balance too, just in case. Opponent has a Lutri as a companion. Doesn't really tell us anything. Okay. Malcolm, get in there. You got it. Stern Scolding. Daze. Sure. Daze is fine. Don't care. All right. We will just go for a Planisphere here and pass. Next turn, I guess I hope I draw an island, in which case then I can kick a Consult, because otherwise this is looking a little awkward. This balance is looking worse and worse. Okay, they're just ramping. Wow, this balance is looking terrible. All right, so I want to try to find an island, I think. So I'm going to go for a Consult. That's an island. Okay. And then Fetch Shock. Thunder Trap. Just trying to get card advantage. Yeah, let's get Legend of Yang Chen. That seems great. And smack him for 2. So now my opponent can't just slam a 3 or 4 drop or whatever willy-nilly, or else I just like kill it with Legend of Yang Chen. Okay, they're just gonna chill for a minute. That's fine. I may just Legend of Yang Chen now to get the train started. I don't hate that. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not hitting anything, but that's okay because now this thing's going to give me a lot of advantage, or they have to spend resources to deal with it. Okay. So, God. My deck's pretty strong. So therefore, I will give them 3 cards. Ooh, Ocelot Pride. Not bad. Also, I triggered the hero, which is good. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll play this land. I will play a Coalition Relic. Now I will go to combat. I will attack for 5. Specifically not with a Thundertrap Trainer. Fresh start. Sure. Okay. And I'll play an Ocelot Pride. Pass. I guess I could have maybe equipped, but that's okay. Karn is fine. Not a big deal. What are they going to do? Down tick? Make a 4/4? Yeah, that's okay. Doesn't seem too bad. Legend of Yang Chen can easily deal with this. All right. So put a charge counter here. Although I need to find more card draw. Ultima. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I don't like that this blows up everything. It doesn't blow up the Planeswalker either. Yeah, we're actually in like a really bad spot. The Ultima and the balance do not do what we want to do. Okay. I will just equip to Avatar Yang Chen. I really need to find a 1-ring or something because now as it stands, we're just not really able to cast these spells because they just get Karn and they can continue to get value. I have nothing. So yeah, I think I just don't have attacks. It's very unfortunate. So I can't really do much. The draws on Yang Chen were kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. Okay, they continue to make this thing strong. That's okay. Kappa Cannoneer. Ugh. God, I may be forced at some point. Okay, I think I might be forced to Ultima, but that's actually not too big of a deal. Okay, so let's go put a charge counter on this guy. Okay, Intrepid Adversary, sure. So let's add white. So what I can do is, oh wait, how big can I make? Hold on a second. If I go land here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this can come in. I can pay it 4 times. So then that would be 5, 5. Yeah, it's not even that good. I can hit them for 9, but then I might just die to the Kappa Cannoneer or other nonsense. I really set my opponent back by just destroying Karn and then blowing things up. So I'm going to go for... I guess I can do this. I can go Intrepid Adversary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do it once. Decline. Okay. Now go to combat. I will attack Karn, attack them. They're just gonna block. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, Karn down. Now we're gonna cast Ultima with this trigger on the stack. We're gonna airbend the Thundertrap Trainer. Yep, they're going to crack the star to draw a card. That's understandable. Hopefully no Spell Pierce. Okay, sweet. So now the turn is over. I've saved my Thundertrap Trainer, and now my opponent is not left with a whole lot of stuff. So they have this turn to do something dumb. Okay, Pinnacle Emissary is totally fine. All right, I could just wait. I think I'm just going to balance this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I care about getting rid of all their cards. So I'm gonna go land. I'm just gonna balance. So they lose both of their cards. They lose Pinnacle Emissary, and then I follow it up with a Thundertrap Trainer. Insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I kick this. Insane turn. Crazy strong. And now I just get 2 cards. I'll get Mystic Confluence. And the second little guy comes, I'll get Wandering Emperor. Oh yeah. We're so far ahead. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Solid card. Wrath of God. Don't really need that. I will attack with both of these. Yeah. Go to damage. All right, I don't currently care about any of this stuff, so I am just going to pass the turn. No need to Wandering Emperor kill it. I don't even need to Mystic Confluence kill anything. It's just not necessary. Yeah, that's going to get countered. So counter, bounce. Okay. Oh, Teferi. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go to combat. Smack them with both. Then go to Teferi. And I will bounce my Thundertrap Trainer. Draw. Play land. And I'm just going to hold up Wandering Emperor now. And then next turn I can kick Thundertrap Trainer again. Yeah, I think we're pretty much in the clear. Not really sure what my opponent can do from here. I also have Wrath of God just in case they play something stupid. Hard to imagine myself losing this game. I just have to make sure I win the game. Planisphere. That's fine. Don't really care. Okay. Flash this in. I could just Wrath. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, I'll put the counter on the guy, actually. Okay. Well, uptick. I will put the counter here. I will attack. It will take some damage. Let's cast this. Get 2 triggers, 1 ring, and Ponder. Not bad. I'll cast a Ponder. These are all fine, I guess. Yeah, they're okay. I think I can do better. I'll shuffle. Okay, land. Play land. Okay, so my opponent basically needs to find an insane creature off the top. Like, if they find a Fury off the top exactly, that would be very bad. But other than that, like, even if they do that, right? If they find the perfect card, Fury, right? Then what? I just like, yeah, I don't know. I just wrath the board now. There's nothing much left to do. Okay. Let's actually wait. Let's uptick to Fairy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's wrath the board. I have 10 cards left in deck. Just have to keep that in mind. Okay, let's make a guy. Let's play One Ring and draw just in case I hit something. I could play that, but it doesn't make any sense. Okay, now I can just make an army of 2/2s, play Anointed Peacekeeper next turn. Not really sure what gets my opponent out of this. I guess I would just name Ancestral Recall. No, I don't know. Fury. Probably Fury. I keep coming back to that card. I can't really think of too much else. My light total's pretty high. Whoa. Upheaval? Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's actually slightly concerning. But you just do this, and then Mox Diamond, pitch a land. Have to discard 5 cards. One Ring for sure. Land. Probably just another land, I think. Maybe Sunfall. Yeah, I'll just keep the... Yeah. We have 3 lands. It's fine. Next turn, I just Anointed Peacekeeper, and that's pretty good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I know their hand. They didn't play a Planisphere? What the heck? Sure, I'm just going to go Anointed Peacekeeper, name Astrologian's Planisphere. Opponent bought themselves time, that's for sure, but I think they were supposed to play this. Sure, they want to draw a card, but I get it. Jitei's strong. Jitei's strong, but I could just bounce it to hand. So, yeah. All right, we're going to go land. Land. Smack. And then I think I just pass. I hold up Wandering Emperor. I could also Teferi, but then they just play the Planisphere because it costs 4. So, yeah, I'm just going to pass. I'd rather, like, I can just Teferi, bounce the Planisphere token, and then that's pretty much it. All right, they're just going to draw. Sure. They need to find some kind of an answer here. Candelabra, that doesn't really do anything. Okay, I still see them as currently dead on board. Oh boy, that's not gonna win you the game, opponent. Okay, I will flash this in. Yep, and that's it. Okay, pretty cool. I mean, if I had like gone a little too trigger happy on card drawing, that Upheaval could have actually won my opponent the game. But as it stands, I just had a little too much ramp and then pressure, and they couldn't come back, and they were at a low enough life total. So GG's. And we got the trophy. That is awesome. Only dropped a single game. I was a little skeptical with this deck, but overall, I think it ended up pretty sweet. So let's take another look. Was going to try to do a black splash, but I ended up just going straight up blue, white, 16 lands, Mox Diamond, and Mox Pearl. I mean, just so much value. Some pretty good creatures like Ocelot, Pride, Intrepid Adversary, and Chromos Seed Shark. And they were able to pave the way to victory once I used my massive assortment of board wipes, Ultima, Sunfall, Wrath of God, and Balance, and we saw all of those come into play during the league. There was a little bit of tension, like if I had a strong start and went wide with a couple of creatures, then my board wipes got a little weird, but there were some pretty nice plays. So when the opponents start, even at parity, you could just board wipe and then play like a Solitude or something, and then all of a sudden you're so far ahead. Mystic Confluence was really sweet as well. Legend of Yang Chen, I only got to flip her once, but it allowed me to do the really cool play where I cast Ultima as the second spell, and then that allowed me to airbend my Thunder Trap Trainer, and then I was able to play that afterward on the following turn. So yeah, really sick lines in this deck. There was a little bit of weirdness, but overall, I think this deck was really, really cool. One Ring, of course, is broken as always. So yeah, a little bit different from what I usually draft, but I liked this one. I think it was a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys next time.